if you could tell the story about when you were at a Cleveland Indians game as a little boy with your dad against the New York Yankees and the crowd was booing. Tell us about that.
Well, I was blessed with, unlike so many young people that I've dealt with over the years, and unlike you, who has a great mom and dad, I was blessed with a great mom and dad. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, I'm still trying to find that time when my mom or dad were wrong, the things that they said when we were younger, and you thought, oh, but time has proven that they were right. I've already said my dad was a man of few words, and this was, say, life changing, but changing in one part of my life. We were at the old municipal stadium in Cleveland, and I took your dad there once, and the Indians were playing the Yankees. Uh, Not unlike many homes, we were not allowed to say the word hate in our family unless New York Yankees was in the sentence. uh, well, the Indians had knocked the Yankees pitcher out, and my brother and I joined in the chorus of boos as the Yankee pitcher walked to the dugout. And my dad looked down at his two young sons and said, Hueys don't boo. There was a lot more to that than just those words. And I can honestly say I've never booed.
Doc Shannon, we were talking about some of the wisdom that we've learned from you, and he mentioned that story, and I thought, well, I need to share that when we talk because that was a pre-question to this one. In today's, I asked Patrick one time, I said, hey, when you were at Westminster, when you nailed somebody, did you ever say stay down, punk, or, don't be coming to my side? You know how the trash talk you see in the movies. And I love John Randall. He would smack, not that he would smack talk, but he was always running his mouth that,
Yeah. Well, if I if I had anything to say about it, you wouldn't do anything. It's a really interesting question too, Rob. Actually, Brad Tokar and I, who's one of Pat's teammates, a great player for us, were talking just the other day. We spent a lot of time together, and I said to Brad, "Did you ever say anything?" And I did the same thing with Kevin Gribben, another All-American player for us. I said, "Did you ever say anything to your opponents?" And this is true for Patrick. It's true for Brad. It's true for Kevin. It was true for me. I wasn't as good at players as those guys, but I never said anything. And they said, I don't remember ever saying anything. And that sort of is in the same category of celebrations, which Andy Blatt and Brad Tokar and I combined for 123 touchdowns at Westminster. I had one, they had the other 122. But never once was there. They used to score and look for the officials so they could hand the ball to them. And if you look at old NFL films, Frank Gifford score a touchdown, he set the ball down in the end zone and run to the sideline. I don't like the celebrations, and it's I always say it's hard to cheer for those who've already cheered for themselves. That I guess that's old school in me too. But I remember one time Aldrich Jones um, had a beautiful punt return, 75 yards against Georgetown in the mud for a touchdown, and he did a little 2-second dance in the end zone. That was the last dance he ever did. Coach Nicholson was not very pleased with that little dance, and that was almost nothing compared to what happens now. Well, that's really in the same category